At Wolf Law, we handle a lot of domestic violence cases. They're some of the most prevalent in our system. People get charged with domestic violence all the time, and they often need to have an attorney because domestic violence cases are very different from most cases. Some of the ways that they're different is, number one, you need to understand that if you're being investigated for or charged with a misdemeanor or felony domestic violence case, you will be required to spend a night in jail. That's because the law says that your bond has to be set by a judge in person. So there are a lot of attorneys out there that tell people they don't have to go to jail or they'll make it so they don't have to go to jail. They're wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. You need to be prepared for that. Your attorney needs to be able to help you prepare for that. Another way that domestic violence cases are different is that you can't just expect that if your wife, girlfriend, or even a former partner wants this case dismissed and says it didn't happen, that the case is going to go away. The law has taken that decision out of their hands. They've put it in the hands of the prosecutor. Only the prosecutor, whether it's a city attorney, a district attorney, or any other type of prosecuting agency, they are the only ones that can dismiss a case. They have to be able to stand up in court under oath and tell a judge that they cannot prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the only way for the case to be dismissed. Another large difference in domestic violence cases is that unlike any other case, you can have your prior criminal episodes, prior charges, prior dismissed cases, or even allegations where you were never charged or put into the court system brought in and used against you. Also, important to remember is that any domestic violence conviction will trigger the Lautenberg Amendment, a federal law stating that you can never possess a firearm ever again. Your gun rights can be implicated for the rest of your life on a domestic violence conviction. You need to speak with an attorney prior to making decisions on these cases because the consequences can be felt for the rest of your life. The reason that I handle so many domestic violence cases is because that's where my career started. When I was a public defender at the very beginning of my career, the courtroom that I worked in handled all domestic violence all day. Every type of charge you can imagine under the domestic violence statutes are cases that I started my career handling. I can't guarantee an outcome for any of my future clients, but what I can tell you is that with my experience in domestic violence, if there's a way out, I will find it.